Yeah, today I'm going to design a water boiling kettle, like a very big one. As you can see here, 20 liters. So I'm going to use these 20 liters to build a very big kettle for boiling water. I'm going to use these elements. Yeah, so you can see that I've attached these conductors to these points. This is actually the points that receive the power, the electricity from the power source, and they power up the element. That's why it end up boiling the water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach conductors to all these parts and test them to see whether they are all working or not. Yeah. uh, yeah, it's actually heating up. You can see the smoke, so it's working. Yeah, so now next one. Yeah, so let me see if it's also going to heat up. Yes, it's also heating up. You can see the smoke, so it's also working. Yeah. Okay, let's see if this one is also. Yeah, it's actually also working. It's heating up. You can see the smoke. So now I'm simply just going to clean them up. This is actually going to be a very big kettle, and one element is not going to be enough for it. It's not going to be enough to boil the whole water. Usually one element only boils about maximum of 2 liters of water. Even if you have to look at this kettle here, the maximum is about 1.7 liters. So that's why I intend to use 3 elements. At least that way it's going to be powerful and it will work efficiently. Besides, it looks nice that way. This one is going to be somewhere here, and this one here is going to be somewhere here. Here. Now you can see these rubber rings. These ones, they are actually just meant to be between the kettle and the element, to prevent the outflow of water, to make sure that the water does not pass through. So I'm going to use tape to mark out the space. Yeah. So I was actually designing this so that I can use it to make those round holes like this one, 3 like this one. So the reason I was measuring from this one is so that it can actually be the same size as this one. Yeah, I was also using this tube to make sure that the size the tube is it's not going to be loose. Yeah, so now I'm just going to put it in the fire, and then I'll just come and make a hole there, 3 different holes. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. So I used this to make these holes, like 3 of them. Yeah, I wish I could show you, but I couldn't. So now I'm done with this thing. So this is where I put the wrappers, like this. You can see that they fit in correctly. Yeah, like that. Yeah, they're actually supposed to be like this. Yeah, something like this. That's how they are supposed to be. If you look inside here, you can see these two parts, these ones. That's where these points are attached to, and that's the ones that brings the power to the element and hits the element up. But now I'm actually going to remove these points, so that, because you can see that on the other elements I've connected this, so they have to pass through here all the way to this side. So I'm going to remove all these points. Yeah. So as you can see, I have attached all the elements. Just going to pour water and see if it's leaking or so. That's enough for now, just to test to see if there's any leakage. So far I'm not seeing any leakage, and that's good news. There's no leakage, it's just fine. Yeah, yeah, there's no leakage. Yeah, so I'm done with the kettle. As you can see, here it is, and it's working properly. Yeah, so, and you can see that I have opened here. The reason why I did that is so that some of the steam can escape when the water is boiling. And here you can see the little bulb, the one that indicates that the power is coming. Yeah, and I actually used a lot of tools. This one here, I used it to open here. Yeah, you can see it's going through there, it fits in there. Yeah, so this one is the one I used to make these holes. You saw them previously, all three of them. I used this wire here. Yeah, so here it is. So initially when I started, I wanted to use 3 elements, but as you can see now, I've only connected 2. So I'm only using 2. I've only connected 2 to the power supplier. So this one is just there, but it's not connected to the power supplier. But if you check inside here, there are actually 3 elements, but I've only connected 2, and I'm only going to use 2. So this one is just there, it's a spare. Yeah, I thought that because it's it's going to be a big kettle, I'm supposed to use at least 3 elements, but then throughout the design I realized that it's actually not a great idea, because elements are actually one of the parts or components that they require a lot of electricity, and that's not a great idea to use all 3 of them at once. So that's why I decided to cancel the other one. And if you check well here, you can see that there are actually no parts from the shop. Even these pipes and these electrical cords and what the elements, they are just actually parts from the trash. Yeah, it's what I do. I pick up parts from the trash and then I try to turn them into something useful. Okay, so I'll go ahead and test it. I'll just pour about 10 liters of water and see if it's going to boil. Yeah, and now you can see it's on. Yeah, you can also hear that sound. You can see the steam here. Just wait a few minutes and see if the water is going to boil, which I'm sure it will. Yeah, you can see the water is now boiling. The kettle is working properly. Yeah, so everything is fine. I'm just going to go ahead and switch it off. There you can even see there it's boiling. Yeah, thank you.